Tossing everything into the dryer feels easy, fast, warm, done. But not all clothes and fabrics are built for the heat. Some shrink. Some melt. Some just fall apart. If you've ever pulled out a tiny sweater, a twisted bra, or a melted patch, you know the pain. Here's a list of things you should never put in the dryer, unless you're ready to say goodbye. Swimsuits. Swimsuits are made to handle water, but not heat. The stretchy, form-fitting fabric that makes swimsuits comfortable is usually a blend of spandex, lycra, or elastane. And those materials break down quickly in the heat of a dryer. Even one round of tumble drying can cause a swimsuit to lose its shape, elasticity, and snug fit. You'll notice the fabric going loose, thin, or warped, especially around the waistband or straps. Dryers also speed up fading. That bright color or fun pattern. It won't last long under high heat. And if your swimsuit has any built-in padding, wires, or lining, the heat may cause warping, curling, or stiffness. The best way to dry a swimsuit is to lay it flat on a clean towel, away from direct sunlight. It may take longer, but your suit will stay stretchy, fitted, and wearable for way more summers. Bras and lingerie. Bras may seem small and harmless in the laundry pile, but the dryer is one of the worst places for them. Most bras are made with delicate elastic, lace, fine stitching, and tiny structural elements like underwires or molded cups. All of these are easily damaged by heat and motion. The high temperature of a dryer can warp the underwire, break down elastic bands, and cause cups to lose their shape or padding to bunch up. And it's not just about support. Lace and embroidery can fray, shrink, or melt slightly under intense heat, making the bra scratchy or unwearable. Even wireless bras suffer in the dryer. Over time, the fabric will stretch out or thin, making the bra feel loose and unsupportive. As for lingerie, especially satin or mesh pieces, one drying cycle is enough to ruin the texture and delicate stitching. Instead, hand wash in cool water and lay flat to dry. It's gentler, and your bra will last far longer, both in shape and comfort. Wool and cashmere. If you've ever pulled a tiny shrunken sweater out of the dryer and gasped, you already know this one. Wool and cashmere are natural fibers that don't respond well to heat or agitation. In fact, the combination of moisture, heat, and spinning can cause them to felt, a process where fibers bond together, making the fabric stiff, thick, and 2 sizes smaller. Cashmere is even more delicate. It's known for its soft, luxurious feel, but one trip through the dryer can leave it scratchy, matted, and uneven. Drying these fabrics the wrong way not only ruins the size and shape, but also shortens their lifespan dramatically. Even if you think a low heat setting is safe, it's not. Felting can happen even at mild temperatures. The safest option? After gentle washing, lay flat to dry on a clean towel, reshaping the garment while it's still damp. A little patience goes a long way, especially when you're dealing with fabrics that cost more and feel better than anything else in your closet. Silk items. Silk is elegant, luxurious, and incredibly delicate. It's one of those fabrics that reacts instantly to heat, friction, and rough handling. Putting silk in the dryer, even for a few minutes, can cause irreversible damage. The heat strips away the natural sheen, leaving it dull and lifeless. The fibers can shrink, become brittle, or even tear. Unlike cotton or synthetic fabrics, silk doesn't bounce back. Once it loses its smooth texture, there's no fixing it. Dryers can also cause color fading or patchy discoloration, especially in brightly dyed or patterned silk items. The movement inside the drum may lead to twisting, warping, or wrinkling that's nearly impossible to press out later. And don't be fooled by labels that say machine washable. That doesn't mean dryer safe. The best way to care for silk is to air dry it away from direct sunlight, laying it flat or hanging it carefully to avoid stretching. Silk is delicate by nature, but with the right care it can stay soft, glossy, and wearable for years. Just keep it far away from the dryer. Rubber-backed rugs. Those small rugs with a grippy, rubbery underside might seem tough, but they're no match for a dryer. Most rubber-backed mats are designed to provide traction in bathrooms, kitchens, or entryways. But once you put them in the dryer, especially on medium or high heat, that rubber layer can melt, crack, or flake off. The result? A rug that no longer stays in place and leaves behind little bits of dried rubber inside your machine. Over time, this buildup can even damage your dryer or create a fire hazard. Some rug backings also contain latex, which becomes brittle with repeated heat exposure. After just a few drying cycles, you may notice the backing peeling off entirely. And don't forget, if the rug has glued-on parts, stitching, or a decorative top layer, those can shrink or warp from the heat as well. The safer option is to air-dry rubber-backed rugs, preferably laying them flat, or hanging them over a railing in a well-ventilated area. They may take longer to dry, but they'll stay safer, last longer, and keep your dryer free of melted mess. Shoes, especially sneakers. After a rainy day or a quick wash, it's tempting to toss your wet sneakers into the dryer. It feels like a fast fix, but it often leads to a slow disaster. Dryers aren't designed for shoes. The heat can warp rubber soles, melt glues, shrink fabric, or crack leather. You might pull out shoes that are twisted, stiff, or literally falling apart. Sneakers, in particular, rely on multiple materials held together with adhesives, and those adhesives break down under high heat. The result? Peeling soles, loosened padding, and deformed shape. Shoelaces can also get tangled or caught in the dryer drum, causing strain on the eyelets or tearing soft fabric. And then there's the noise. Shoes thudding around inside the dryer can be loud, damaging both the drum and your sanity. If you absolutely must machine dry shoes, use no heat, place them in a mesh bag or pillowcase, and stuff them with towels to reduce bouncing. But ideally, avoid the dryer altogether. Air drying is safer. Stuff them with newspaper or clean cloths to maintain shape, and place them in a warm, breezy spot out of direct sunlight. Activewear and stretch fabrics. Your workout clothes are built to move, but not to survive a tumble in the dryer. Most activewear is made from synthetic stretch materials like spandex, lycra, or elastane, which give them that snug, flexible fit. Unfortunately, those same fibers break down quickly under heat. Putting leggings, sports bras, or compression tops in the dryer can cause them to lose elasticity, pill, fade, and stretch out. The more heat they face, the less support and shape they offer over time. What was once tight and sculpting can become saggy, loose, or oddly baggy, especially around the waistband or knees. Heat also damages moisture-wicking technology, making your clothes feel less breathable and more clingy during workouts. Even if the care label doesn't say air dry only, it's best to lay these items flat or hang them in a well-ventilated area. They'll dry quickly on their own, without losing performance. Your gear works hard to keep you comfortable. Give it the kind of care that helps it last, and skip the dryer. Items with sequins, beads, or glue. Clothing with decoration, like sequins, rhinestones, beaded details, or glued-on patches, might look glamorous, but it's dryer's worst enemy. The combination of heat and tumbling movement can loosen threads, melt glue, and snap delicate embellishments. One cycle can leave your fancy top looking like a glitter crime scene, with sparkles and beads falling off or stuck to the inside of the drum. Sequins made of plastic can also warp or melt slightly, ruining their shine and shape. Embellished pieces are often sewn with fine, decorative stitching, and high-speed tumbling can pull or snap those threads. Even heat-bonded iron-on designs like logos or vinyl graphics can bubble, peel, or crack in the dryer. If you want to keep your embellished items intact, turn them inside out, hand wash if possible, and always air dry. Decorative pieces require a little extra care, but it's better than losing half your outfit to a lint trap. Embroidered or delicate fabrics. Embroidered clothing adds texture, charm, and artistry, but it doesn't belong anywhere near a dryer. The intricate threads used in embroidery can snag, shrink, or pull loose under the stress of tumbling. Heat can also cause colored threads to fade or bleed, especially if the embroidery is not tightly secured. And it's not just about the stitches. Many delicate fabrics that embroidery is sewn onto, like linen, tulle, chiffon, or organza, are fragile in their own right. The dryer's combination of heat and motion can make these materials pucker, fray, or become permanently wrinkled. Even items with strong base fabrics like cotton can lose shape if the embroidery pulls unevenly during drying. Delicate tops, vintage pieces, or hand-stitched items deserve extra care. The safest method is to lay flat to dry, gently reshaping the garment while it's still damp. If you want your embroidered pieces to stay smooth, vibrant, and beautiful, keep them far away from the heat. Stuffed animals and plush toys. They may look soft and durable, but stuffed animals aren't built for the rough, Hot world of a tumble dryer. Most plush toys contain synthetic stuffing, glued-on parts, or plastic components that can warp, melt, or shift with heat. The outer fabric may shrink or become misshapen, and the inside stuffing can clump unevenly, turning a cuddly toy into a lumpy, sad mess. Worse, if the toy has glued-on eyes, bows, or decorations, they may detach, melt, or become a choking hazard after drying. Dryers can also weaken seams, especially in older or well-loved toys, leading to split stitching and leaking fluff. If the toy has a battery or sound box, the dryer is completely off-limits. Even some machine-washable toys only mean for washing, not drying. To be safe, air-dry stuffed animals on a towel, or hang them up using a clothespin. You can speed things up with a fan, or gently squeeze excess water out beforehand. It may take a little longer, but it's worth it, especially if that stuffed animal is someone's favorite friend. Anything with foam, like pillows or padded bras. Foam may feel soft and cushiony, but it's surprisingly fragile, especially when exposed to high heat. Whether it's a memory foam pillow, a bra with molded cups, or a cushion insert, putting anything foam-filled in the dryer can lead to melting, crumbling, or warping. Heat breaks down the foam structure, making it brittle, or causing it to lose its shape entirely. That plush support you loved? Gone. Some foams even give off a strange chemical smell when heated, a clear warning that the material is breaking down. Padded bras can also suffer. The foam inside the cups may curl, develop creases, or come unglued, making them lumpy or unwearable. And for larger foam items like pillows, the dryer doesn't just damage them, it can be dangerous. Foam is flammable, and if it overheats or gets stuck in the drum, it can become a fire hazard. Instead, always check the label. And when in doubt, air dry foam items flat in a well-ventilated area. It's slower, but it's safe, and your foam stays intact. Clothes with labels that say "do not tumble dry." It sounds obvious, but it's the one rule many people still ignore. Read the care label. If it says "do not tumble dry," there's a reason, and it's not just a suggestion. That label was tested by the manufacturer, who knows exactly how the fabric behaves under heat and motion. Ignoring it might seem harmless, but you could end up with shrinking, fading, melting, or warping, even after just one cycle. Many modern fabrics, especially blends, have special finishes or coatings that react badly to heat. Others may contain hidden layers of foam, adhesives, or elastic that quietly break down. Even if a piece looks like it could survive the dryer, labels don't lie. If it says "no tumble dry," trust it. Hang drying might take longer, but it's the safest route for longevity. Plus, air-dried clothes often smell fresher and last longer. One small label can save you a lot of regret. If you're ever unsure, don't guess. Let the tag do the talking.